Mercedes spent 4 years and billions of dollars quietly buying a tiny British motor company. Nobody noticed. Now, that bet is about to rewrite what a performance EV can be. The 2027 Mercedes-AMG GT 4-door just dropped, and it isn't just a fast car, it's a declaration of war on Tesla, on Porsche, on the idea that EVs are still playing catch-up to gas. But the real story isn't the horsepower number, it's what's underneath. Back in 2021, Mercedes was bleeding. Their EQ electric lineup was a disaster. Blobby designs, mediocre performance, software that barely worked. Porsche had already sold tens of thousands of Taycans. Tesla's Model S Plaid was humiliating six-figure German sedans at every stoplight. Mercedes needed a reset. So they flew to Oxford, England, and bought a company called YASA, barely 100 employees. A decade spent perfecting a motor technology almost nobody in mass production had dared to use: Axial Flux motors. They bought them, and they waited. Here's why that motor changes everything. Every EV you've ever ridden in runs on a radial flux motor, shaped like a soup can, rotor spinning inside a cylinder. YASA's motor is shaped like a pancake, 2 spinning discs sandwiching a center stator. Magnetic flux runs parallel to the rotation axis. The result? 67% lighter, 67% shorter, and torque output that belongs in a different conversation entirely. 3 of these motors, 1 front, 2 rear. On the GT63, that's 1,153 horsepower, 1,475 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. 0 to 124 in 6.4. Top speed, 186 miles per hour. That's not a luxury sedan. That is a weapon in a suit. Now here's a number that should genuinely shock you: 600 kilowatts of peak charging. The Tesla Cybertruck, America's current champion, maxes out at 500. The Lucid Gravity, which everyone called a charging king, does 400. Mercedes is claiming 10% to 80% in 11 minutes. You stop for a coffee, the car is already done. The 106 kilowatt-hour battery uses Formula One cooling logic and silicon-infused anodes, pushing cell energy density to 298 watt-hours per kilogram. That is near the absolute ceiling of what current chemistry allows. Now the catch, and there always is one, the design. The concept Mercedes showed last year was sleek, restrained, genuinely beautiful. What arrived in production is a lot. Giant illuminated grills, star graphics pressed into the headlamps, circular taillights set into a glossy black panel the size of a billboard. Polarizing is a polite word for it. But here's the thing. It doesn't need to win a beauty contest. It needs to win a war. And the Aerokinetics Active Aero System, panels that physically extend from the underbody at 75 miles per hour, actually earns its keep. Inside, Mercedes built a simulated manual gearbox, fake gear shifts, pop and bang exhaust sounds on deceleration, 1,600 audio files generating a fake V8 in real time. They call it AMG Force, haptic feedback through the seat, vibration through the wheel. Engineering genius or peak denial? Honestly, probably both. The competition is fierce. Porsche Taycan Turbo GT, 1,019 horsepower, starts at 243,000. Lucid Air Sapphire, 1,234 horsepower, starts at 249. Tesla Model S Plaid, 1,000 horses, under 100 grand, but architecture that's several years old now. Mercedes hasn't confirmed pricing, but the outgoing gas hybrid version already cleared $200,000. Expect more. 5 years ago, the question was whether legacy automakers could survive the EV revolution. This car is Mercedes' answer. They bought a tiny Oxford startup. They built a motor nobody else has in production. They wired Formula One battery tech into a street car and charged it at speeds American infrastructure can barely keep up with.